Kochie's Business Builders is proudly brought to you by our partners Dell, QBE and KPMG, who are helping small businesses grow.
Coming up on Kochie's Business Builders, keep your identity under lock and key with these cybersecurity tips. How to get your business ready for the festive rush, plus sweets for the sweet, the raw food business that's tempting our taste buds. G'day and welcome to another episode of Kochie's Business Builders, where we tackle the issues facing small business owners and come up with practical advice and tips to help them succeed. Joining me today as co-host is Marcus Marchant, Chief Executive of Vista Australia, New Zealand and Singapore. If you want to know about digital innovation, marketing and entrepreneurship, Marcus is your guy. In his former life, he was a mergers and acquisitions lawyer, so he also understands the importance of strategic plans. It's held him in good stead for his role at Vista, a leader in print, design and digital services, where his customer-first approach is having a real impact. Marcus, thanks for joining us today. Good to have you aboard.
Thanks, David. Great to be here.
Marcus, what do you love about small business?
Small business is the backbone of Australia. It presents such incredible opportunity and also such great challenges. There are businesses that have emerged over the last few years and done so well, and for them it's about how do you keep that momentum going. But there's also an incredible amount of businesses that have done it tough and looking forward to the next 12 months to realising that opportunity to bring that business back on track.
Marcus, can't wait for your thoughts on our first business today, Building Inspectors Adelaide. When it comes to purchasing a property, a building inspection is a must. Unfortunately, in South Australia, it's an unregulated industry dominated by dodgy operators. But Nick and Samantha Bigg's business is the real deal. It's one of the few fully accredited building inspection services in Adelaide, yet the couple still struggle to stand out from the crowd. So, Marcus, what would they be doing, do you reckon? Where do you think they need to direct their marketing spend to get the best bang for their buck?
Because so much of their business is coming from referral from real estate agents and brokers, it's about making sure those real estate and broker partners have great collateral they can give to customers when they're at time of need, when they're looking to buy a house and need to get that inspection. Making flyers that show their credentials and set them apart from their competitors because of their expertise is going to be really key.
That is such good advice. Now, a few weeks ago, we sent in KBB expert Gavin Bender from marketing and advertising agency Nucleus to help Nick and Samantha work on the strategy. Let's check back in to see how they're going.
Hi Sam and Nick, great to see you again. I'm really keen to hear about what we've been doing since we last met.
Yeah, so look, we've been doing really well. We've been able to really just take a step back since we caught up with you last time. Your advice was really wonderful as far as giving us an understanding of where we are at the moment, but also moving forward what we want to really concentrate on. It's really given us an opportunity to sort of stop on the day-to-day and talk about, conversations about where we want our branding to be, driving our social media that little bit more, and also exploring things like LinkedIn and Google for a little bit more of a campaign towards getting people to recognise us more. So we're also looking into a reasonably new marketing experience out there at the moment, which is called Shop Local. It's about reinforcing to people that it's really important to spend your money in the local district, in the local community. For us, that's a really, really big push into the Adelaide Hills market. So that's an area that we really want to be able to explore because we think it really taps into our specific target market.
Last time we talked about your home-life balance and you had a working from home office set up. What have you done to address that?
It's been quite good. We went out and purchased the property, a commercial property. Very soon we'll be moving into that with our business, which has got a very high exposure with marketing, with the traffic going by. We're putting some effort into that to get the people coming up through the Adelaide Hills to actually focus heavily on our signage and marketing, so to get to increase our business.
And more importantly, to get our home life back, which is the number one priority for us, is to make sure that when we leave that office at the end of the day, we can go home and spend time with our little son and, have fun.
Brilliant, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Well done, guys. So obviously with the business expanding and your time being stretched out even more, have you looked into bringing on more inspectors to help you out?
Yes, over the last couple of weeks we've reached out and going through the process at the moment, so that looks looking very well for us in the near future.
We've got a couple of options on the book, so it's just a matter of time and making it happen.
So last time we talked about your website and looking at how to upgrade that to assist you with your new plans in business. Have you thought much more about that since we last had a chat?
To be perfectly honest with you, I think it's something that's a work in progress. We've had a rough look at what direction we want to go in and what it is that we actually want to do to make a small difference out there. But obviously we'd love to be able to have a chat with you, sit down with you and sort of work through a few of our ideas.
So I'd love to have a bit more of a chat about the website and how we can look at improving that. Would you like to come on through and have a chat with me?
That'd be
Fantastic.
great.
Thanks, come this way.
Welcome back to KBB. Now, are you ready for the biggest sales of the year? For so many retail and e-commerce businesses, the festive season is make or break time for your cash flow. In 2021, Aussie retail sales hit a record $33 billion for November as shoppers took advantage of Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales periods and did their Christmas shopping early. While consumer spending slowed slightly in December, it was still up almost 5% year on year. So what can you do right now to put your business in the best position for these crucial months? Marcus, as a Chief Executive of Vista, you see a flurry of businesses at this time of year to get ready for this crucial sales period. What are your best customers doing? What can we learn from them?
Kochie, they're really planning. They're thinking about what can be done now ahead of time so that when peak period arrives, their team members and they can be working on the things that matter, delivering those amazing experiences to customers.
So Marcus, give us 3 things that retailers and e-tailers can do to cut through in this busy period.
David, firstly, it's about updating your storefront, whether that's physical or online, and making it as compelling as possible, making sure it gets the cut through and puts your product or service in the best possible light. Secondly, it's really about making sure your why is clear. People buy from people. Is it clear from your website, or is it clear when you walk into the store why your product and service is so compelling? What's the story? And injecting that gets that cut through. And thirdly, really making sure your value proposition translates across those different touch points, making sure you leave a great first and last impression.
Marcus, what role does design play in driving more sales?
Design plays such a crucial role, especially for an e-commerce operator, because that's the moment of truth when that product arrives in the customer's hands. My daughter and I the other day ordered some dog treats. They came in a beautiful box, all the branding on it, opened up, tissue paper, sticker, thank you card. An incredibly compelling experience. And here I am talking about it with you, Kochie.
How can Vista help with that?
Vista has a range of tools that can bring your product to life. We have everything from DIY studios to design your products right through to people that can actually help you do the design and really make your brand pop when it's in the hands of consumers.
All right, Marcus, that's online. What about a bricks and mortar store? What design materials do I need to drive traffic in store?
For bricks and mortar retailers, it's all about foot traffic. It's all about incredible signage, from A-frames out the front to the window decals to the signs inside the store. You want signs that people walking past can see and go, I want to know more, I want to go in, and really attract that traffic. Digital is really important to drive foot traffic. Having an amazing website with up-to-date information and social media, generating interest in your products and services so people want to go in and start talking to you. And don't forget email. If you've got customers that have subscribed to you, emailing them is your first point of call, telling them, hey, I've got a VIP shopper night before the big sales start, getting them in. You know they've bought from you before or they're interested, and so getting them into your store is going to be low-hanging fruit to get that foot traffic and drive sales.
Great advice. Marcus, thank you for that. Next up, it's Cybersecurity Awareness Month. So we asked our tech expert Val Quinn and partner Dell Technologies to tell us more.
Protecting your small business is especially important in the hybrid working era. So let's look at what security tech you should be thinking about. First, choose up-to-date devices capable of running the latest software updates. Windows 11 Pro, for example, is designed with a close alignment between hardware and software, and that means your device, your operating systems, your applications, identities, and cloud services have advanced hardware-level protection right out of the box. Next, there are some great privacy innovations. For example, Dell's onlooker detection can tell if someone is looking over your shoulder and automatically obscures your screen. Handy, right? Some laptops can recognize your face and automatically sign you in or out, while others even have electromagnetic shutters to block the camera's lens when not in use. When it comes to servers, choose a hardware partner that has security features built in. For example, Dell's PowerEdge servers may not only help streamline business applications and processes, they may also help boost your business security and productivity. So with new cyber threats popping up every day, make sure you're keeping your eye on the latest innovations that can help improve your cybersecurity across both hardware and software.
Hi, I'm Lenka Porubska and I'm the owner of More Raw Treats here in Sydney. I used to do a lot of sports when I was younger. When you're active, you're naturally reaching for healthy foods that nourish your body. So my whole life, I've been very well informed about nutrition, but I do believe in a healthy balance as well. And I'm the kind of person who likes to indulge. The market was pretty empty. There were not many choices, especially when it comes to sweet treats. So naturally, what I did, I tried to make these for myself. I was giving away to my friends and I saw their reactions and it was very, very positive. I thought about starting selling them and I did it and people jumped on board and supported me. The business started growing without me even knowing how. I was just producing something that I believed in, that I loved, and yeah, it got a lot of traction. I took the risk and I rented my own little industrial kitchen. I was working 20-hour days. I was doing everything, as you can imagine. I was in production, I was the salesperson, the delivery person, admin person, everything. For me personally, the biggest challenge was stepping out of some parts of the business and being able to have time to grow the business. When you start a business and run it yourself, you feel like you are the only person who knows how to do things and how to do them well. When you work with other people, they bring new ideas, new techniques, and new processes, and it's just really good to work with people and not be alone in a business. Our product range consists of naked range and a dressed up range. What we call naked range is the product that we supply unwrapped to mainly our wholesale customers. These are freshly made products made of natural whole food ingredients, all gluten, sugar, dairy-free. Then we also have our packaged range. So we wrap some of our products in home compostable packaging, like our Power Cubes, and then we sell that to retail. My personal favourite is the lemon chia raw slice. It's just got this freshness of lemon and crunch of the chia seeds and almonds. It's just got this perfect balance of ingredients. So we service our customers in New South Wales ourselves, but we also have distributors across Australia. You can get our products in Victoria, Queensland, South Australia, ACT and Tasmania as well. We are working on some exciting partnership, new collaborations. We do a lot of contract manufacturing and we are ready to offer our treats to a wider market across Australia. Transparency, in my opinion, is very important. On my journey, it really helped me shape my product, shape what I stood for, shape my vision, and just communication and talking to people is really important.
Hi, I'm Eleanor DeBell from QBE Insurance. I'm passionate about helping small and medium-sized businesses get on top of risks so they don't turn into bigger problems. Today, I'm here to help explain insurance, to give business owners confidence that you have the right cover and that can allow you to focus on what you do best, which is, of course, running your business. Underinsurance is not having the adequate cover or the right type of cover. The purpose of business insurance is to restore a company to the position it was in before any losses. Now, if the maximum amount of an insurable payout in a disaster isn't enough to recover the bottom line, business owners may be left out of pocket. We know that businesses change and evolve, as do insurance needs, so it's really important to keep up to date. We've seen a lot of focus this year on natural disasters, so you should consider both the immediate impact and the interruption that follows if your business is unable to trade after a big incident such as a fire or a flood. Firstly, business owners need to have a view of how much it would cost to replace everything in their business today. Secondly, ensuring that your business has sufficient coverage and understanding the specific risks that your business faces. And that helps ensure critical factors that you need to operate are indeed covered. And finally, talk to an expert. There are lots of options for businesses when it comes to insurance, so it's important that your coverage is right for your business. Do your research, check reputable sources such as the QBE's website, qbe.com.au.
Welcome back to Kochie's Business Builders. Earlier in the show, Nucleus MD Gavin Bender caught up with Nick and Samantha Begg, owners of Building Inspectors Adelaide, to check how they're going with their plans to boost their brand. Let's check back in as Gavin shares more ways the couple can up the ante on their marketing.
Just wanted to maybe understand a bit about the website. Obviously, there's some challenges getting that underway. Just wanted to have your input on what those challenges might be.
So I think the first challenge that we've got is that is drawing people in. It's our major marketing tool. It's recognising that there's a lot of organisations out there in the market that are doing the same thing as us. So it's really making sure that we've got a strong point of difference. And it's also about bringing our expertise in the market forward.
Obviously, redoing the whole website's a big job, but you have some options. So we can look at piecemealing some of the pages of the website to do things one by one. We'll recommend looking at especially your homepage and also some of those landing pages that people are commonly accessing, and that might be able to really show off what you are to potential visitors or clients coming to your website. So obviously driving visitors to your website is really, really important, and social media is something we discussed last time. What sort of thoughts have you had on how you might implement a social media strategy?
It's about finding out what our target market really is. We've got a broad idea, but it's about drilling down and finding out who do we want to tap into. Obviously, there's certain socio-economic sectors that we want to be able to really bring to light. The whole idea that building inspection is one thing that we do, but it's also about doing staged inspections for people that are building new homes as well, and that's a big drive in the South Australian market at the moment.
What's the best thing to do with doing a content schedule for marketing and things like that?
Yeah, for scheduling of your content, you need to work out how much you can do per week with your current business setup. You've got to make sure that you're able to deliver that content without delay. You also need to look at what sort of content your target market's looking for, because it might be video, it could be things like podcasts, but you need to work out what they're going to react to the best, and you've got to map that out with what we call a social media calendar usually, and that content calendar would allow you to then plan ahead. So for things like holidays or times of year when you might do special campaigns, and bringing all that together into that one place will really help you map out your year. We spoke a bit about your community engagement and your referral network for getting new business. Can you tell me a little bit about your plans moving forward with that?
In the next few months, what we're going to do is go out and reinforce our market share and look at what's happening within the market with building inspectors and licensing. So with real estate agents especially, we're actually going to talk to them about who's in the market, everything else like that, and what our expectations are.
Sam, Nick, it's been really great to hear of all the plans that you've made so far, and best of luck with the new office. Really look forward to seeing that come to light, and yeah, we'd love to catch up again in the future, and all the best for now.
We really appreciate the fact that you've given us all the help and support that we need, and we're really looking forward to the next stage. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
Marcus, this is a classic example of what you pointed out earlier, that using your website to show who you are as an owner.
That's right, David. Consumers want to know who you are. They want to know your story. They want to know your why. And so making small video content, using tools like this to create, to make small snippets and posting them, connects with your audience, finds you customers, and is a wonderful way of building your brand.
Because it's not hard, is it, when you use things like this to create, because you just take a video and chuck it in.
That's right, just film yourself, hold it up, load it up, put a title on the front end, and that can be enough. simple. If you've just got a lot of still imagery, put your still images into a bit of a slideshow. You can make videos in so many different ways.
Marcus, great tips. Thanks for joining us today on the show. Really appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.
Remember, if you're looking for small business tips or the latest news and expert advice, then you can find them all online at kochiesbusinessbuilders.com.au or follow Kochie's Biz on Facebook, LinkedIn, Insta and Twitter. We'll see you next week. Next week on Kochie's Business Builders, we chat with the wellness expert shaking up the mental health landscape. We reveal the top tips for doing business beyond borders, plus the garden innovation that's turning everyday Aussies into green thumbs.